Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm AmandaMuse, and today we are going to be putting together a family first aid kit, which essential medical items you might want to have on hand, along with some storage hacks. So I'm starting to run low on some necessities, and I thought we could stock up together. A big thanks to Fight the Crisis campaign for teaming up with me today and sponsoring this video. Together, we're going to highlight the importance of creating naloxone-ready communities. Naloxone is an incredibly important medication that is used to reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. Listen, if this idea makes you uncomfortable, that's okay. We don't like to think about these scary situations, but the reality is that they happen, and they happen to people from all walks of life. From the athlete prescribed opioids for pain management, to the stay-at-home mom following surgery. It happens, and the opioid crisis and encounters with it is far more prevalent in your community than you may realize. And for me, it's important that I'm ready for the small first aid moments all the way to the big ones. Okay, so before we get into it, I need to share with you the current situation for my house in the first aid department. It's a bit ramshackle. Let me show you. Here's the original kit, which worked at the time, but we've somewhat outgrown it. The plan is to create two kits, one for our main floor and one for upstairs. The original kit is in similar size somewhat to the smaller toolkit that I bought. I'm sure you can tell that these are toolboxes. I went to my local surplus store and I found these kits. They were a great price. So the first kit is somewhat lacking at the moment, but generally speaking, it's packed to the brim full of things. We've got some bandages, which are always handy to have. A pretty sad looking bottle of rubbing alcohol, but always important. We are getting into cold and flu season, so I've got a lot of that menthol rub. I've even just stocked up on some ibuprofen, acetaminophen. It's that time of year, folks. Our kids are getting into seasonal colds and items. And then, of course, a naloxone kit. So we're gonna get into a little bit more about why this is something you may want to consider for your first aid kit. And then we're gonna jump to the new kits, what is suggested that you should have in your first aid storage. It's a very small little kit, and it's made of like a neoprene type of thing. Fits perfectly into, honestly, the small and the large first aid kits. But what is this exactly used for? Opioids are prescribed for moderate to severe pain and for people post-surgery. Just think about people you know in your life right now that either have pain or have recently had surgery or will be having surgery. Just people that fall into that category may involve quite a few people in your life, and an accidental overdose can happen. So there's two things you need to be ready. The first thing is to know the signs. That would be slowed breathing, unresponsiveness, no breathing. The second thing is to have a kit ready, and that is probably the easiest part, because all you need to do is go to a pharmacy within Ontario, ask the pharmacist that you'd like to receive a naloxone kit, likely not even asking you any questions about why you might need it. There's no shame, there's no stigma, and then they teach you how to use it. So this is the larger of the two. I like that it's red, so it does signify like first aid to me. When you open up the kit, it's nice and deep, lots of area to store. The second kit, very similar. Recommended first aid items to have on hand would be some adhesive tape, some roller type of bandages to hold dressings in place, some adhesive bandages in assorted sizes. I found these simple scissors, and what I like about them is they're small enough that they're probably not going to be taken and put elsewhere in the house, and they can fold onto themselves for easy storage. We have some tweezers, found a package of safety pins. I found some ice packs, disposable latex gloves, eye patches, thermometers, some disposable face masks. I added in some hand sanitizer. I also found some alcohol wipes, and then I did pick up more of the children's acetaminophen and ibuprofen for pain and fever reduction. Now that we have everything we need, let's actually build the kits. And there we have it, two finished first aid kits. Inside the kit, you get, of course, the medication, you get a CPR shield, face mask, you get some gloves, latex gloves, and then there's a step-by-step of what to do. And then you can have one for your personal first aid kit, even a place of work. For this one, as you saw, I had to take out the insert simply because there just wasn't enough space. I love how clean both of the kits came out. I'm so happy with these. But I know that the next thing on my list is that I'd really like to get certified in first aid. My husband Dean is a pilot and he goes through that type of training every year, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's completely up to date. It's officially on my list. A big thanks to Fight the Crisis campaign for teaming up with me today and educating me, and hopefully you guys, on the importance of creating naloxone ready communities. You can also go to fightthecrisis.com/FAQ. I'm going to leave a link below. And if you're in Ontario, visit your local pharmacy, speak to your pharmacist, and get yourself a naloxone kit today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!